You can run from something until your legs cramp and your chest burns, but you can't escape something that you can't hide from, and there's no shadows to hide you when you're standing in the sunlight. And no one would ever believe you if you said you were drowning on dry land, or even suffocating with nothing blocking your airway. But what most people don't understand is that it doesn't take a river of water, or a pair of hands over your face or around your throat, to take every drop of air out of your lungs. Most people wouldn't be able to grasp the concept that you don't have to land flat on your back to have the wind knocked out of you. But that maybe if you do lay flat on your back, close your eyes, and you think hard enough, you can actually think yourself into hyperventilation and the trembling of your limbs. Because all it takes is that 1 second in time, that one dark thought to bring the shadows back, and now you're not hiding in plain sight from anything, but instead the darkness is hiding you. But when sunlight beams from your smile and laughter bellows out of your chest, no one thinks to look for the darkness that fights to overpower the light every second of every day. Sadness doesn't have the same visibility as 2 hands do when they crush your trachea. So no one really knows how to pry off the evil that gets caught around your throat when someone asks if you're okay. I know it feels like barbed wire digging into your neck, fighting off the breakdown that's bottled up in all of that empty. One way or another, all of the highs become lows, and I know it's a cliche to say you feel like you're on a roller coaster, but then again, that analogy wouldn't fit anyway, because life doesn't move that fast whenever you're hurting, especially in the midst of panic. You become aware, keen on every breath that is snatched into your lungs and shakes its way out, every beat of your heart that feels like it's cracking your rib cage and echoing in your ears. It feels like every time you see the light for too long, the darkness starts to come back and remind you what it's like to fall flat on your face when you get too close to a good thing, too close to the smiles being genuine and not just a front you put up to keep the are you okays away, too close to anything but the darkness, really. You can't numb anything with things that you can still feel, so happiness won't make it stop hurting. It just masks the pain that is still there. See, joy is like white blood cells trying to heal a wound, but it's also the scab that gets ripped off when you fall again, and you're never going to be the one that doesn't bleed. You start to think that maybe if you scratch off the scab yourself, maybe if you fend away the happiness, you'll fend away the fall that inevitably tags along to your highs every time. But see, sometimes we forget that wounds heal. Sometimes the same cut bleeds over and over until the edges start to heal more and more, and soon it closes into a scar, a past trauma that now you only have the story from. I'm starting to understand. Some things take time, bleeding, pain, but ultimately every hurt has a healing. Challenges lead to change, and sometimes your breakdowns will lead to breakthroughs. There's so many forms of light that will keep the darkness away, like the lamp you leave on at night when you feel your heartbeat pick up the pace a little bit, or the friend that calls randomly when you didn't know you were searching for a distraction, or the work that you do that turns your shaking hands into something a little more productive than just the quivers that remind you that you're unstable, or maybe the song that you headbang to when you're alone in the car. See, there's so much light, but if you close your eyes, then of course all you can see is pitch black. So maybe if you start looking more instead of trying to run or to hide, maybe you'll see all the things, people, and experiences that have been waiting for you all along. Sometimes maybe all it takes is trying to feel something instead of trying to numb everything.